important for girls to get a good education because they can get better paid jobs. So, and that way they won't have to depend on other people to give them like money and stuff like that. And they can be able, that way they're able to provide for their future families and for themselves.
For me, I feel like it's not only girls but for all children to get a good education, because education is the foundation of success. And with that being said, if you don't have the foundation of education, you cannot be able to succeed.
Oh, my turn. I think it's important for everyone to get an education so that they can be more successful in life and they can understand what they are doing. Also, education is really important.
Yes, next.
I think education for girls is very important because it just, so when you grow up, you know, many girls' dreams are that told is to marry a rich husband. But you could be the rich wife. Like, you don't have to, exactly.
Yes.
You do not could be the rich wife. You could be the breadwinner.
Exactly.
You could be the stay-at-home dad. Why does it have to be you?
Why does it have to be you?
Exactly. So the
Dad
dad
can stay at home for the first time in the life.
Yeah.
exactly. You were.
Could be the parts in the relationship.
Yes, you could be the head of the house.
Amen.
So it just gives you a sense of independence. Like, it makes you feel, wow.
Wow. That's me.
Wow.
Yes.
Yes, that's
I
it.
did that.
Exactly. It was me. I did that. I accomplished that.
Sankara.
Okay. I mean, it's usually men do this, women don't do that. But then if I go to school and I know what they're doing and I understand that subject, won't I do it better?
Yes.
I love it. I love it so much.
It's better.
Do it better.
Yes. Why is it important?
To get smart.
Yes.
Women, to me, adults get an education is more important because like women do better things than men.
Yes. What a man can do.
A woman can do better.
Thank you.
What I would like to say is why girls need more education. Okay, we don't need, but is because we don't need to rely on your husband or your boyfriend to give you money to travel to a different country if you want.
Your nails.
Or do your nails or do shopping. You can go get the money from
need
your
no
bank
man for that.
anytime. Yeah.
Hashtag no men.
Yes. No man.
No man. Very much.
History.
Why history?
I don't know why. I just like history. I don't know why.
I'd say English because it's a language it's such a common language and something most of us grew up talking. So when you're learning it, you feel you're like, "Ish, this would be hard. I know this. Yeah."
For me, it's music because you get to learn different instruments, and also when you play an instrument, you feel harmony with your body.
Wow, that's so deep.
I know.
My favorite subject, guy. Okay. Actually, yeah, my favorite subject actually.
This is like
Okay. It kind of is maths because it just makes sense to me. Like, it's not like that subject where you have to memorize things and you have to learn.
Formulas.
Yeah, no, but the thing is in maths, you get the formulas. It's like you don't have to memorize how to answer it. You just need to memorize how to do the question. Like, once you get that one part, you get everything. And then now, when you're good at maths, you most probably end up being good at physics. And I also like physics.
Okay.
Yeah, that's what I like. Yes, you? Tuambie. Embarabamba subject.
No. At Makini. Probably global perspective, geography, and history. Yeah.
Why
History because I mean that these different perspectives for everyone, meaning all that information from different sources are put together as one. So you get to read everybody's perspective. Not like if you tell me a story, I only know your side and it includes her and I don't know her side. So it's like everyone's is in one summary. Geography because now I know if I want to dig something, I know where to go. Like I know where to. Like I'm sure nothing's going to happen to it. Global perspective because like I learned to communicate with people, how to socialize with people, like things you can and can't say like in public and everything. Yeah. What about you? What's your favorite subject? English. Why?
Because
Because it's a language.
I like maths. Maths. Because everything you need maths. When you get a job, you need maths. So
counting your money.
maths. You wanna like someone in there mtu mwenye hajasoma huko tu shamba. Dasi anajua maths tu.
I like history and math because I get to learn about the history of our country, and I like math because I like counting money. Yes, I would want to work as a politician. Yeah.
I wanna be an architect.
Architect, interior designer, and businesswoman.
Oh my gosh.
Businesswoman.
Businesswoman.
Anyways, I want to be a lot of things. I want to be a wildlife conservationist, wildlife and nature conservationist. I want to be a human rights activist. I want to be what is it called? An actress. I want to be a model. I want Thank you. I want to be a movie writer and script writer. And what else do I want to be? Oh yeah, that's it.
I want to be a doctor and a designer.
I want to be one, a fashion designer, two, an interior designer / architect. Thirdly, I want to be an event planner.
All right.
Yeah.
I want to be a lawyer and an activist. Why? Because I want to be able to help those who can't help themselves when it comes to like law. Yeah.
Why?
Why?
Because I want to be known by the person who made a change in our country. Yeah.
I love maths and arts. So architecture is all about mathematics.
Yeah. You want to treat people.
Yes. Yes.
I want to be known for building Embarabamba School.
We will build it.
It's out of bricks.
Bricks.
Interior designer because the school is not going to be empty.
Yes.
It's going to start up lights.
Yes.
What else did I say?
Interior
Designer and architect.
And
Businesswoman.
businesswoman.
So in this, whatever business I'm planning to own, I want to sell stuff, but not like ordinary stuff, not like stuff you go like shopping or like
oh, like this is something you could buy from this store. And some things that you wouldn't find anywhere.
Rare. Legendary.
You?
Wildlife
Conservationist, yeah. I want to be a wildlife conservationist because I feel like animals don't really have a voice to say what they want to happen and what they don't want to happen. So it's like we are the only ones who have a voice, so we should be their voice. You get me?
Yes.
It should be their voice. Even for the plants, the same thing with the plants. For a human rights activist, okay, I don't know if that's the word. It's the word.
It's a word.
Yeah, okay, I want to, because I feel like there's so many things that just, okay, I know this is normal, but so many things that should not be happening in the world that it's just because of people's own selfishness, like stuff like corruption. That should not be happening, and it just pisses me off, so I just want to make a difference. And then for acting, I don't know, I just like acting. Okay, I don't know how to do it, but I'd like to know how to do it. And for writing scripts and script writing, I like imagining stories, so that's basically why.
For me, why I want to be a doctor is to treat and help other people who really need treatment. Also, I want to be a designer is when you're a designer, you can create fashion. I want to be a designer because I like fashion.
I want to be an interior designer and an event planner for like the same reason, because you're using your creativity with someone else's creativity to give them one big dream. And also I want to be a fashion designer because I can run my own nice, like have my own like
Store.
Yeah, and then
Clothing line.
models, perfumes. We're selling everything.
You should hire me to be a model.
Yes, yes,
You encounter with Ambana Bamba, right?
yes. Collage.
The challenges that children get is people neglect their rights. There are some children who are forced to stay home and work. I think children should not be neglected their rights. When their rights are neglected, they can't go to school. Because one of the most key thing they're neglecting is their right to education. And I'm finished.
Yes, you're finished.
So the challenges that girls face when it comes to education is menstruation, gender-based violence, and early marriages, and
Menstruation, you can explain why?
Yes.
because let me explain that. So like in the poor parts, like schools, girls don't have enough money to buy like sanitary pads, and they have to stay home because they're bleeding, and now they stay home for like a whole week, and that means like in every month they won't go to school for a whole week. And what did I say?
Gender-based violence.
And
Then we explained it. Then for me, I feel like the challenges girls face is that let's say some people base girls on their figure, their body, their size. You're too fat, you're too thin, you need to eat more, you need to lose weight. I feel like it's very offensive because they didn't choose to be like that. And also I think that girls also have to, because it's mostly girls that get bullied in schools for like do my homework, this, that, yeah.
Why is it to me? Okay. Like you said about menstruation, it's a big problem because 65% of women in Kenya can't afford sanitary towels. And I feel like, as you said, you're bleeding, you can't go to school. Also, you get teased. Many boys who don't understand what girls go through tease girls in school when they say, oh, you have a stain, they make fun of you. And it's just, you don't want to be made fun of, so you just stay home. And you end up losing many days in your school year. It can even be like, if it's 1 week, help me with calculation, I'm not the best in maths, but I like it, I'm not the best though. So 1 week every month.
Yes.
A term has 3 months.
A term, yeah.
4 months. So that's a month every term.
Yes.
That by the end of the year, that's 3 months you've missed in school.
Yes.
And many people have big dreams, like you want to be a doctor, you want to be an engineer, and you need your education to do that. So when you miss school days, you end up not really achieving your dreams. And you can find someone who is 17 years old still in primary school because they've missed so many days of education because of their periods. So I feel like the number one problem is poverty, because one packet of pads is like around 100 bob, and some people are having to live off of 100 bob every day. So your number one priority will not be, I need to buy my daughter a packet of pads. It would be, I need to buy the family food, which makes sense. So I'm thinking the number one problem that everybody faces in terms of education is poverty.
SA and GBV
Stands for?
Explain. Yes, explain.
SA sexual abuse, because there's so many girls who go to school and it's like you can't talk to your parents, you can't talk to a teacher, you can't talk to your friends, because there's this boy who knows what's going on with your life. He's going to tease you about it, he's going to make fun of you about it, he's going to use you about it, and there's nothing you can do, because if you tell your parents, let's say maybe he has a threat against you, he knows, let's say he says, I'm going to kill your parents, and there's nothing you can do, because if you tell your parents, someone who knows.
Yeah.
If you tell your friends, of course now your friends are like, there are people you can trust and people you can't trust.
Snakes.
GBVs, gender-based violence. My school, in class, we do a lot of group work, and instead of mixing, the boys are on one side and the girls are on one side. So we were learning, and my teacher asked, why do you guys separate yourselves like that? Why don't you mix? A boy in my class said it's because girls have cooties, or girls happen to be girly and they don't do the work. And then my teacher was like, it's not like that. My teacher explained, because she said the more you think about it, if you say girls have cooties and you came out of your mother's womb, are you saying your mother has cooties? Are you saying you're going to go, if there's a problem, you won't go to your mom? You're just, if there's this girl in school who's making fun of you because you made fun of her, how are you supposed to tell your mom? I made fun of a girl in school because she has cooties, and she made fun of me.
Yeah.
You can't, that doesn't even make sense. To compete with boys.
To compete with boys. Mine is, like how to say, menstruation and all this stuff, like, it's true. Some girls don't go to school because of that, and it's not only that, some are forced to stay home because people think that they're supposed to stay home, they're girls, they're supposed to do house chores, that's their work.
Girls don't need an education.
Yeah, and that's not right.
Yeah.
What I would like to say is that most parents are afraid to take their children to school, because of what is happening outside there with girls and boys. So that's why they're kind of afraid of taking their children to school, even though it's not fair for them not to go to school. It's not fair for them not to go to school. They still have to learn, and if they want a job, if they want a job, they're going to get that job because of what they learned in school. So, and also what the government needs to do is to put pads in their washrooms for girls, so that if they're scared to go tell their teacher, or they have just their first time on their periods, they are scared and they don't know what to do. There's a pad in the washroom, so you can just help yourself.
Students, the college students look at students as a whole class. A child is individual. Because it could be the students, maybe they're a slow learner, maybe they're a fast learner, maybe they don't understand what others get. And then if you treat them as one completely, the whole class is gonna fail. Because you need to specify on that one student to another. Because if you can, like, you're learning all together, yes, but that doesn't mean you all understand. You could be learning the same thing, maybe someone else understands, maybe someone else doesn't. And then when the exam comes, that person fails because the teacher looked at you all together. You should take a child as an individual themselves.
The government should, what I think the government should put masks for free. You see, this pandemic that we are having is very serious, and we can see most people are dying because of this pandemic. So if maybe a child has forgotten or their parents are not able to buy a mask, the school should provide masks for them.
For the government, I think that they should be ensuring that kids can go to school, and also to protect them so that they can keep their rights, so that they can learn and be successful in life.
I forgot something there. Why also governments need to make sure every child is on a bus. Some children are being kidnapped as they are going to school, and their parents are out there looking for them as still today, and they need to do something about that. They should learn that child first to know what is about them, to find the right surrounding and environment for them to grow nice, to grow well, and like, because if you don't know much about them, then you go there, like you don't know what to do to them. It might ruin their life, and then you start thinking it's your fault.
For parents, the parents' role is to encourage their children and to meet their basic needs, like emotionally, to help your children. That's what the parents' role is.
Parents, I would say parents should make sure the child is comfortable as where they are. And they should also always check up on the child. You don't know what a child is going through. Maybe they're hiding it from their parents because maybe they're scared to tell their parents. And parents should put all children equal. No child is more special than the other child. That's true.
Okay, now we have an idea. Parents should ensure that children every day they should go to school. Also, provide them with their needs.
I think that parents should, as you've said, ensure that everything that's going on in the child's life, like they know everything that's going on in the child's life, because you know you're their parent for a reason. You're there to guide them through life, not just to let them go through and then not go through all those things anyways. And then now they look for guidance with their friends, and then now that's where peer pressure and leading with bad company and all stuff comes in, because they're too scared to talk to their parents because they feel like their parents don't understand them. So now they go talk to their friends because they feel like their friends are the ones who understand me. Then they get misled, and then even some of them can drop out of school, early pregnancies and stuff like that. So I feel like parents just need to be more involved in their child's lives and be more open to certain things and not make the child feel like they're too scared to ask them something.
Yeah.
My parents should not compare a girl and a boy. That's two different people.
Yes.
I'm a girl, you're a boy. Get? So, and when you're comparing, it's like you're like saying, why can't you be like them? You just say, everybody has their own talent, has their own everything.
Parents should probably listen.
Yeah.
Like they listen, but they don't really listen.
Yeah.
They hear what you're saying, but they don't understand what you're saying. They understand you, but they don't
Understand.
They hear you, they know you're speaking, they know what you're saying, but they don't see
can't
eye to
say
eye
it.
with you. Yeah. They don't put it together. If you want to be able to talk to your child, like for your child to come up to you without asking them, like you should probably listen to your child more, because if you can listen and you hear what they're saying, they will listen and they can hear what you're saying, because they understand you and you see eye to eye. So it's not like my child doesn't. I don't understand my child because my child doesn't tell me things.
Parents should make an environment with their kids where you can be open to talk, but also you should respect them, but you can be comfortable to tell them how you're feeling, what's going on in school. So there should be that type of environment where you're not scared to talk to your parent. Yeah.
I think what Carol said is, I've just started thinking about it. It does make sense. When you want someone to listen to you, you have to listen to them. It's one of the 7 habits. Before you try to understand someone, seek to understand before you understood.
Be first to understand than to be understood.
Yes. So it's like, I don't know why I hadn't thought about that. It makes a lot of sense, because you have to understand. You can't be thinking, you can't be in a conversation and thinking, I know my answer, I don't care, I'm just here to, you speak and then now you don't even listen to them, you're just thinking, what are we eating for lunch, what's happening? You need to actually listen to what they're saying, because they're human beings, and if they feel like you're not listening to them, that's where the whole thing of teenagers are rebellious and what comes from. So yeah, anyways.
The government, like I said before, in number 8, they should also help girls go to school by helping them fulfill their rights and helping them, also ensuring all of the girls go to school, even making sure a child's school fees is paid. Some children do not go to school because their parents don't have money. The government should be ensuring that all of their school fees is paid so that they can go to school.
The government should educate people on the importance of girls going to school and staying in school, like what we are doing right now. We're educating people on the importance of why girls should go to school. So people should be educated on the importance of girls going to school.
What the government needs to do, I see this is the most important thing. They should put pads in the, as I said before, they should put pads in the washroom. That's the most important thing, because a girl stays home, as you said, for a week because of their bleeding, and it's not fair to a girl.
They need more female politicians, government members, because they can understand, but then they don't experience it. Like if you have a female government member, they know the pain you go through. They know
The struggle.
how hard it is, because they were once there, and maybe they're even still there, and the other men don't know. They need more people. That it's okay if they try. They can help us. They can try and understand us, but they never feel what we feel. Yeah.
For me, I feel like this has been mentioned many times, but they should build more schools, like and also some a reason that some girls don't go to school is because the price of school fees. The parents are not able to pay the school fees, and like for most people that live in urban centers and all, I feel like most of them don't have that problem because they're most times in school and they don't know what's happening out of their out of their life. Then I feel like they should make schools that the fees is affordable or like a discount free. Yeah.
I want to explain more about what I said, the importance of teaching people on why it's important for girls to school. For example, there are some parents who think that girls are meant to stay at home, cook, clean. Now, once you teach them the importance of why girls should go out and get a good education, then they're able to let their girls go out and get a good education. So, yeah.
Mine is about, it's about poverty too and menstruation. We usually hear the government say that they're gonna put pads in all menstrual areas and this stuff. Have you ever seen them?
No.
Like, then poverty. That's because of early marriages, because the parents earn the dowry. Not
Just want goodbye.
yeah, just the money and that's it.
Yeah. I think government should, as it's already been said multiple times, they should build more schools and make sure that the education in that school is actually good quality, and maybe even reduce the price. Like, don't make it something too expensive. Like, so it should be something like or at an affordable cost, so people also have enough money to buy the things that they need, which is food and water and shelter and all that stuff. Because if they don't have enough money to afford school, they'll think we need the main things we need, which is for life, for food, shelter, those things. So they won't prioritize school as one of the basic needs. So I feel like they just should make the education inside schools actually good quality and make the facilities good. Like you feel comfortable there, so that hygiene can also be like, just to make it hygienic, and so basically to make schools have good education and good learning facilities, and to make them more affordable.
It's when the child is supporting the child in, like, for example, when a child is having a test, don't just tell the child you have to get that exam 100%,
or else.
You just need to encourage the child to do her best, he or her best, any gender.
As what she said, parents don't need to put their children down, as they already have stress in their head that I need to pass this exam because my parents said if I don't pass this exam, they're going to do something to me, and I'm scared and I don't want this. So I would, if the child comes with a comes with a low mark, just tell them you can try better. There's always a next time.
Okay, so parents can encourage their kids to do better next time, for example, and parents should help. If you see your kid is struggling, you can help them do their homework. You can even hire a teacher to be coming home to help your child, just to give them an extra push in class. Yeah.
I think it's to stay more involved in your child's life in school. Like you ask them, oh, what you learned today? Even the small questions, what did you learn today? Could you explain to me? Yeah, how was school? So they don't feel like they're in it alone, which is not why God gave them parents. For them, God gave them parents to be kind of like pillars to help you, like for the base to help you with everything. And if they don't get involved with your life, then wait, 1 second. Oh yeah, if you don't get more involved in your life, you won't feel supported in what you're doing because it feels like you're by yourself, and then you won't feel like talking to your friends about it. You won't feel like talking to. You'll just be by yourself and end up failing, and your parents will be like, "Why did you fail? I thought you were supposed to get 100%. You told me you're doing good in school." Stuff like that.
For me, I feel like parents and teachers should see kids as a priority, not just something that just, we've helped you, you do your part now, we're done with you, next. They should really focus and find out what it is that the child needs. Like maybe it's this specific thing they're lacking, like someone passed away and they're still holding on to it, so they can't like move on. Then also the stress for like when they're like, you better become number one or else this will happen, you better ace your exams, you better like get everything on that paper because it's so easy. But to them, they don't understand what it is to you that you're feeling about the exam, the tests and all that. Yeah.
To me is that teachers tell you that they teach you, they give you 20% and you're supposed to get 80% all by yourself. That's not right. You're my teacher, that's my first time in class. You can't give me only 20%. I'll need some help outside class and all that. So maybe just say 60-40 is enough. Yeah, because it's not right. Right now, this is my first time being taught. Example, area of Asafo. I've never known anything about this stuff and everything. Then the teacher comes in and says, today we're learning, and that's it. I'm not supposed to do everything.
I think that both parents and teachers, let's say for example you have a sibling and both of you are having exams, you should treat both of them equally. You might be saying, I'm expecting you to get everything, you're just making the other child feel neglected. Also in school, don't treat one student like, I know you'll get all of this, while leaving all of the other students just left there. That makes them feel bad. So I think both parents and teachers should treat everyone equally.
We should stop with the pressure. We put so much pressure on the child to do this because it's going to give you a better future or good grades. If you do this, if you get good grades, I'm going to get you this. Don't encourage your child by bribing your child. Encourage your child because you feel your child, be on the same page with your child first. If your child says, I don't think, if your child says, let's say, I'm not able to pass this exam because I don't think I'm ready, it's not easy for many people to go pick up a book and start reading like, oh, I'm going to master all of this. Find a way that's going to educate your child at the same time that's going to make her remember. Because if you make it to the, if you say it to the point where it's like, oh, I'm going to teach you this and you have to remember, the child won't remember anything. You're going to put the pressure that it's like, if you don't remember, I'm not going to get you this. If you don't remember, I'm going to do this to you, I'm going to do that to you. Encourage your child with the marks they get. When I first joined the school, my first exams ever, I failed those exams. And then instead of being sad about it, I thought of it as a checkpoint. Like, I could have gotten lower, but then I got that, and I can improve from that. If I go higher from what I got from that, if I push myself, or if I have the mentality of I can do better if I try. Like, even if it's 1 mark better, that 1 mark counts.
Yeah.
So just encourage yourself, but at the same time, seek guidance. If you don't understand something in class, even if your teacher won't help you, seek another teacher who's going to help you with that work. Seek someone else who you feel like is going to help you understand that.
I think the government should be more considerate, because I feel like they're still very traditional minded. Those people who still think like, oh, periods are a big problem. It's like not a problem. It's just it should be a priority. Like they are saying, they are planning on. They keep saying, oh, I'm going to do this with pads. I'm going to take money to do this. And they just never do. It's just talking big to get people to vote for them and to support them when they really have no action that they're actually doing. So I feel like the government needs to really take action and do what we as citizens hired them to do, which is take care of our country and take care of the people living in our country. Yes.
What I could ask the government is that they hear what children need in life, so that they can help them understand, so that they can help them with their needs. Like, for example, there are some people in this world that, let's say for example, they can't afford things like school, uniform, books, everything. I think that the government should go around ensuring everybody has everything they need to go to school and learn, and also to help them in their lives.
What I would like to add up over there as what you said. Sometimes I am going to school or going home or going somewhere. I normally see children walking barefoot or walking with slippers or to school or home. And I find that very, very unfair. What the government needs to go around giving out shoes and making sure that their school uniforms that they are wearing, they are not torn, they are not torn or they don't look bad. So I would really like for the government to make sure that also the students have pencils, sharpeners and rubbers for them and books for them to learn, and I feel like what the teachers what the government needs to do is they need to, what's that word that I'm looking for? They need to provide the needs like stationery, books, uniforms, and the school fees. Because I feel like that will really help them. Because with all like kids will be going through, and also parents have their jobs, they also have like to pay bills and all. And taking care of a family is not easy. It's a very, very hard job. So I feel like that's something the government can really help with.
And making more schools, because in a classroom you can find there maybe 100 students and one teacher. Now how is that one teacher supposed to attend to each and every student? So there would be more classes, so like the maximum of students in one class can be 20, so that way the teacher can be able to attend to each and every student, because students are different. They understand at different paces and levels, so now that teacher can be able to teach this student like one-on-one a little bit, yeah.